Okay, here's yet one more test. I think I got my microphone going. Good. Here's one more test, and this is at the lowest resolution that the unit offers, and that's 1920 by 1080, 24 frames per second. And let's head on out. I'm still not doing the leg bending thing, so you're still going to see some bouncing here. Trying to do smaller incremental changes on the unit when I'm steering it left to right with the jog knob. So I'm trying to make it less incredibly obvious. That was incredibly obvious. That's the problem with hitting that with my left hand. I'm using to grip the button, and with the right hand using to hold the unit in the air. Complete spin. Head back down the walkway again. Let's see if I can actually, I can probably show the grip by just turning the unit around. Let's see if she'll come around. Head down. Nope, it stops. Wasn't sure how far it will go. Let's see here. Now, this looks incredibly bouncy to me because my camera's bouncing around. So I'm going to go and hit some stairs here. Smaller increments that time. So what I'm doing is basically bumping the knob a little bit instead of trying to steer it like a joystick, because it doesn't seem to like the steering with a joystick. If you steer it with a joystick, it's way too abrupt. Unless you can, let me try and steer it around the corner, down, straighten out. I think you can probably get used to it. I don't know. I think it's just because I'm not used to it. So that was downstairs. Got another set of stairs coming down here. Hoping my horizon's staying. Had a problem with horizon drift on it. Once again, these are things that I think I can correct once I know how to make it work properly. But I pretty much wanted to take this thing fresh out of the box and just see if I could get footage out of it. Because that's pretty much what I expect people to do with these things anyhow. They're not going to do a whole lot of reading or watching videos or anything like that. They're just going to take right off with it. Alright. So I'm using my thumb. I'm going to gimbal around. It's not super bad. Need to work on the pointing up and down a bit though. Going back up the stairs here. Wanted to check the lower resolutions because the Media Lab that we have is not totally prepared for 4K yet, which is not much of a surprise because there's not many places that really are prepared for 4K. So I want to make sure that this camera would do an acceptable lower level video that you could bring into most things like Premiere or what have you. I honestly wasn't sure what the lowest resolution point this would do because it was touted as a 4K unit. And I think that's about it. Alright. And that will conclude this test. I'll upload this and I'll actually take note of how long it takes for the footage to be imported as well.